And I'm live. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Tuesday show. I took Hunter on a walk, so hopefully he's less crazy today. What? I know. It doesn't matter. I've tried saying not. I tried not to say going this time, and he still gets excited. I see thumbs up, but it doesn't say there's people here. Good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Today is the last day of school for my children, so next Tuesday morning they should be here with us. And I'm home again today. Hi, Amy. Hi, Hala. Hi, Jess. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I have pink and purple hair. So Briley Landis dyed her hair blue yesterday. I did too. I'm like, oh, yeah, duh. And my thumbnail even says pink hair. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm surprised I have never dyed my hair any colors besides normal natural colors. So when I was doing it last night, I was like, this is my first time ever like putting a bright color in my hair. So this is supposed to be purple, but it's kind of like gray. And so I might go over it again with brighter purple because I wanted like mermaid hair. I'm doing purple again this month. Yeah, see, again, I've never done that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never done that before. I thought for sure, like out of all the things I've done in life, dyeing my hair color would have been something that I've already done. But no, it's not. So, from the Silver Fox, hello. Okay, so I have no topics today to talk about, except that my oldest daughter is done with elementary school, so that's crazy. And what's going on with you guys? Where are you guys from today? I did pink underneath and one piece on top back in 2003. Everyone thought I was crazy. Yeah, I feel like colored hair is so normal now, though, so it's not like I didn't feel like I was doing this big crazy thing. I felt like I was doing what everyone has already done in their life at least once, and here I am finally jumping on when it's normal. Like Anna was like, people are going to look at you bad in the stores now. And I'm like, I think it's normal that everyone has colored hair. It's not like a big thing, is it?
Well, yeah, and when you're a little kid, it's different. Like Landis will probably get one.
Yeah, and that was kind of weird. I was like,
you don't expect to see a little kid with blue hair.
But they all have colored hair.
Right.
Like I went on Briley's field trip with 3rd grade, and the little girl who was in my car literally had all blue hair, like her whole, like they bleached it and then did it blue. Like I would not bleach my daughter's hair. But
it's the time to do it when you're little.
No, because she has such beautiful red natural hair. I'll show you the picture.
Preteen to like teens, that's when you do it, and then.
No, because she's only 11. I don't know. I was not allowed, because in school we were not allowed to dye our hair. Even in junior high, we were not allowed to dye our hair. Plus, my year was like, that was the first year they did. Did you have uniforms? You did? Yeah, we had uniforms in junior high. Yeah. Well, we could have to wear collared t-shirts at all time. Yeah, white, blue, or black. Yeah, I got Anti-Tape mystery box yesterday. Yay! So the mystery box will be restocked next week sometimes, but we're not going to let you guys know when until it's actually restocked. So the same one will be restocked. It'll go to our patrons first for a day, and then it will go to the email list. So if you're on the email list, you'll get notified first before it goes out on YouTube, and then I will let people on YouTube know that it's available. What am I looking for? The picture of Landis. So I posted it on Instagram today too. It looked really cute, but I don't know. I was just like, I was not allowed. Like I remember asking my dad in 5th or 6th grade, can I dye my hair pink? And he'd be like, no. And so I thought he was opposed to the color. So I'd be like, can I dye it purple? And he'd be like, no. And then I'd come back the next week and be like, can I dye it blue? And he'd be like, no. I didn't realize he was opposed to like actually dyeing my hair. Instead of just like the color choice. I have a 10-year-old daughter, and we just do temporary colors in her hair. It's naturally blonde, so the bright colors show up and fade away. Yeah, so I figured she has really long hair, and we just did the bottom. So if anything, I would cut it. But she's going to be homeschooled next year, and I just figured, like, what a fun expression of yourself, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have a stance on it. I love the pink. My hair was purple for a while, and I feel boring having my natural blonde back. I know, like, it feels exciting, but then I thought this morning, like, I literally had to match my clothing to it. Like, I was wearing a blue shirt this morning. Though. You like it?
Like, I like it better than red. The red that I had was
it's more fun. But then I was looking at Caitlin from Teen Mom. She has this color, but, like, everywhere. And I kept thinking, like, I want to do my whole head this pink, like, vibrant pink. And Anna was like, do it. If you're thinking about it, do it. I don't know. That would have been crazy.
I don't know how well your, like, whole head will pick it up. It'll definitely be, like, an ombre.
Right.
You'll have a
But I do kind of like how the purple turned gray. That's kind of fun. I don't know. I used a very light purple. I think if I did a darker purple.
The pink, though. The way it showed up is so pretty.
Yeah, the pink
but
is
it's kind of cool. Like,
it's
you
cool.
should go get pink nails or something.
Okay, so just like all pink for June?
Well, just like, yeah, and it's the pink shoes. So, like, little pops that go with your hair.
I used to do my hair just like that, but purple. Yeah, so I did. I don't know. I had no idea what I was doing. I just kind of, like, parted wacky spots so that it wasn't, like, all in the same spot. And then I just saturated the ends because I just have ombre blonde. So I just did all the blonde pieces and it showed up. My mom let me do highlights when I was 10. Yes, so that was my big thing. I don't want to bleach my daughter's hair because I don't want to damage it. I have bleached my hair since I was, so I guess I started dyeing my hair in, like, when I was, like, 15. I started, like, processing it. And it's been damaged ever since I was 15, so I don't want to damage their hair.
Yeah, that's
the raw demi permanent hair dye lasts a long time, but it will wash out of blonde hair. Yeah, so blonde hair is always hard because it's just, like, so dead already. Not unless it's naturally blonde. Like, so my bleach is left over from when I had my hair blonde when it was, like, up here. And then I've been growing it out. And then I had a friend blend it the last time. So she kind of did a little bit of bleach going upward. And then she pulled my natural down because I'm trying to grow my natural out. But I figured while I still have this blonde at the bottom and it's already dead and it started fading again to black to blonde, I was like, I'm just going to color it. And then soon it'll be down here. And then my natural will be back. And I will be all natural again soon one day, hopefully. Now I want to do mine, and yes, I'm going to do it while the kids are at school. Next week is their last day. Yeah, today is our last day, so they literally get out early, so it's not even like a full day. So I was like, whatever, anything I have to do from now on will have to involve kids, especially because I'm homeschooling next year. So literally well, if plans go as plans go, I don't know what I'm saying. If all goes as planned, is that how you say it? Then I will not have a kid-free life again for 5 more years because I'm planning to homeschool both of them in junior high. Landis has 3 years. They have 1 overlapping year, and then Briley will have 2 years, and then they go to high school. So for 5 years, I will have a kid back at home with me if all goes as planned. So that's crazy. Yeah. So you should do it, Jennifer. Dye your hair. No, I didn't. I explained that. I didn't bleach it, but I worked with what I already had. Because once it's bleached, it's bleached. Like, it doesn't fade back to brown again because you're literally stripping color out of your hair. So I dyed my hair once. It was the same color as my natural hair, but I have done purple mouth that washes out after 2 weeks, and that was so much fun. What made you decide to homeschool out of curiosity? So when my kids were born, I just kind of always thought I would homeschool in junior high. I don't know why. I've always had that idea. We hung out with a lot. So we started volunteering in junior high when Landis was like 10 months old. And the kids who were homeschooled were like way cooler and well-grounded. Like, they were just so much more like focused in life. They were focused on like actual things that mattered rather than like constantly doing like 5 million school projects and like on the go. And they were able to like devote themselves to what they were passionate about and sports and things like that. I feel like elementary school is so much fun, and I didn't want to stop my kids from going to elementary school. But once they were in junior high, I felt like that's kind of one of those pivotal moments where I want them to focus. I want to travel. I want them to like experience the world rather than like learn about the world. So I've always kind of had it in my mind that I was going to do that. And now that we're here, I still have it in my mind. And I'm even like wanting to homeschool both of them, but I don't at the same time because they fight a lot. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I have to do all the work anyways. So
I concur.
You concur what? That I shouldn't homeschool both of them right now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot. Until we have like a bigger house where I could put like both of them in an end of a house and not see them.
You'd go insane.
You would go insane because I'd be insane.
Landis took my pencil.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I don't. Because then it'd be like having 3 kids at home.
Hey.
So that was my ultimate deciding factor. I've always kind of felt that way. And then when they go into high school, I'm going to let them decide. If they want to go back to high school and get the experience of high school and all that, they can choose that. I really only learned in high school how to get places on time and maybe like 1 or 2 things in life. But the rest of high school was all for me, like hanging out with friends and not really serious for me. But I don't want that to be for my kids. I want them to understand, like, if you take AP classes, then you don't have to do those in college and things like that. So, and I want them to be a part of, like, student government and things like that. But I never really was, and I didn't really know that wasn't even an option. I don't know. So, Music Chick Art says, hi, Dustin. Music Chick Art. Last year, my high school kids did decide to try independent study, and they loved it. Yeah, so Anna is homeschool. She graduated.
Yes.
See her? She did homeschool for her last year of school, and that was good, right? Yeah, so because she's, like, on to bigger and better things.
Like, so old.
School gets old really fast.
Like, you think, I don't know, like, I can totally understand why Landis, like, doesn't want to be. Like, she's like, I want to be with all my friends. But,
Yeah.
like, sitting in a classroom, being stuck somewhere, and having people talk at you is so.
But she's
lame.
only experienced elementary school.
Right, where it's
And
fun.
yeah, and she is so fidgety. Like I wasn't as fidgety as Landis, but I definitely had no attention span to just sit and listen.
Yeah.
So like she has attention span to sit and listen, but she's like bouncing all over the walls and stuff, kind of. Like she just doesn't sit still. And I'm like, you don't realize junior high is like 6 different classes of you sitting still for an hour, and you don't get recess anymore. And
you have homework, like you have actual homework.
And you have
like,
homework, and
so lame.
I'm just big on like experiencing life and learning through your experiences and teaching through those experiences. Like why, like on field trips, you learn a lot because you're literally out and you're having fun, but you don't realize you learned stuff because you're just having fun. So it's like, why make a person have to sit in school and like just put something in their brain by lecturing them when you can go and experience it and learn it? So our whole goal of Auntie Tay's School of Fun is going to be have fun, but make sure you learn and hopefully go into high school being ahead rather than behind. So finally figured out how to comment on this. Love my box last week. Yay. So who got their boxes if you ordered one? What grade is considered junior high? I've heard some say 6th grade and some say 7th. Okay, so yes, it's 6th through 8th grade here, which is another reason why I am for sure homeschooling, because I do not think that 6th and 8th graders should be together. I think that that's completely weird because 6th graders are little kids and some 8th graders have like full beards. So what's that? Ooh, oh, Vinyl just got in. Heat transfer Vinyl. Should I not say that?
No.
Why?
Uh-huh.
I can say what I want to say. Don't tell me what to do.
Somebody asked, and then you were like, no.
What, didn't we just watch a video where Briley did that? She was like, I don't know what she said. Oh, she said, you name it. She told me to name something, and I gave a name, and she was like, no. Yeah, she told me to name her little toy, and I was like, Francisco, and she was like, no. So Vinyl came in. Heat transfer Vinyl came in for our restock. So we're waiting for all of it to come in so we can cut it and get it into boxes for you guys for next week. So yes, if 13 reasons why you taught me anything, it's the high school is scary. LOL, no, but seriously, I'm terrified for my kids. So I'm not as scared for high school as I am with junior high because I feel like there's more programs, there's more things to do. There's like just so much fun you can have in high school without getting in trouble. Whereas in junior high, they're just kind of like shepherding you in between this weird, like, okay, you're growing, so let's make sure you're, I don't know. It's a weird world in America. So yes, 6th through 8th. But back when I first had my kids, it was 7th through 8th. So I planned, okay, I'll homeschool one in junior high, then send that one off to high school, and then I'll homeschool the next one. And I'll get 2 solid years with each kid of quality time before they grow up and hate me for that high school years. And then they'll grow up and love me again because they're daughters, because that's the perks of having daughters. But so in junior high, I'll have those solid years with them. So now I have this overlapping
Sorry, I'm having like Christmas over here.
Dustin's opening boxes. Are you done?
Hold on.
I'm deep in thought right now.
One more. There you go.
Okay.
Sorry.
Dustin's opening boxes. They're not going to come back because of Hunter and you. Normally, Dustin has a staff meeting on Tuesdays, so we hang out, but depends on the school. My school had 5 through 8 in the same building, but 5, 6 was on the first floor and 7, 8 was on the top floor. Lunch and recess was separated in those groups also. Yeah, so no recess though. So our junior hires don't have recess. They have like
You have 10 minutes. Well, you have literally
5.
20 minutes after lunch, and we just stand outside.
Right, and no playground, so you literally just sit
stand there.
and like we would just
Play.
sit in the quad and like talk.
And the girls
No.
just sit and talk.
None of us would even play. We would like sit and talk, and I'm sure now they just sit on their phones or whatever,
Yeah.
but like we would just sit, hang out. It'd be our one time to like sit together and talk, and then we would go to class. You have 5-minute passing periods in between each class, and you're just like literally, I remember being like, we're like cows, like, and we just get herded into where we're supposed to. I'm so like anti-school system because it just never worked for me very well. So like I think Landis would do well either way, whatever route I chose for her. So that's interesting. My oldest is starting 6th grade this year, but at their school, it's 5th through 8th. It's the same school, but in 6th grade, when they start having more than one teacher. So that's crazy. Some people have 5th through 8th grade.
Yeah, that was,
That
was in Orangeville.
My town is so small, it's all in the same building. So there's a perk to that too. Like, I feel like when you have kids like how they did in the olden days where they had, you know, preschoolers all the way through high school or whatever level they got to in one schoolhouse, then you didn't have that like awkward transitional, everybody's in this like hormonal life period. It's like, no, like the older kids are mentoring the little kids and the little kids are teaching the older kids patience and things like that. So I feel like there's perks to that too, but I just feel like junior high is this weird bubble of like some kids have developed, some kids haven't. Then you're learning so many things that you shouldn't be learning yet because there's some kids who are just like too advanced for their life and they want to share that with everyone. And I don't know. School was awful for me too. It was a social thing as far as learning. I'm not big on public school system. Me either. So I learned how to manipulate systems, how to get away with stuff sneakily, how to have bigger authority issues, not to respect authority. But that's just me. Like some people are great. Small classes are best. Yeah. So honestly, in my school, we're one-on-one. So high, you know, we have a low ratio. My 11-year-old has already come home and told me things I didn't know. Like life things you didn't know or like school thing, like I don't know. So I feel like it's also going to be exciting because I'm going to get to relearn some of the stuff that I never got to learn when I'm homeschooling because I didn't pay attention in school. So I kind of feel like I'm going into junior high with her and then we're all going to learn the stuff together. I was both too dumb and too smart for school. That's it. I was too dumb and too smart, but but the way a school's set up is if it doesn't work for you, they make you feel dumb. And is it Einstein that has that quote where it's like, if you judge a fish on how well it can climb a tree, it's always going to feel stupid. And that's like key right there. Like we put these kids into schools that feel like if they don't live up to the standard that the school sets, then they're stupid. Whereas like Einstein failed classes and Disney flunked out of his art class and things like that. Like it doesn't work for everybody, but guess what? They're still good at other things and they're going to be successful. So But they won't be successful if you guys bash them so much that they think that they're horrible.
You try to make them fit in a box.
Yeah.
And then they think they're stupid. So they don't fit anywhere.
Yeah. It's like, here's this box. If you don't fit in it, you suck. You're not going to get anywhere in life. Wow, that's encouraging. My BFF and I had our junior high school reunion last week. They do that. That's cool. We decided to skip it as it reminded us of the bullying, etc. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know if I would go hang out with people from junior high, although I live in a town where a lot of people don't move, apparently. So I still know a lot of people from high school and junior high because they all went together. And then our kids all are, like, going through the same system. So, like, we're sending our kids to the same high school we went to and things like that. So it's kind of cool. But then, so we do still, like, hang out with our so our high school reunion would kind of still be like a junior high reunion as well. Same kids. But, like, I'm still best friends with my 2 junior high best friends and see them. You know, I don't see them a lot because we live in our own lives and have families and stuff, but, like, we're, like, in each other's weddings and things like that. So it's like, I was kind of thinking that yesterday, like, I really don't want her to miss out on that, like, solid friendship that you can still make and keep forever. But that's, like, a rare thing to happen, I think. Because whenever I tell people, they're like, you're still friends with people from junior high. And I'm like, yeah, because I like people and I think they're cool sometimes. Pace was a big thing too. Yeah, so I was on the younger end. I was one of the kids who went to school in October. So I graduated at 17, whereas a lot of my friends were 18 graduating. And I always felt like if I was learning what I learned last year, I would be an A student. I was always like a C student, just because, like, I always felt like I was a year behind where they had me develop me, like, besides science. Like, I was always ahead in science, but, like, every other thing, like math, I was like, I get it now what we were learning last year, but I don't get this. So they're, like, pushing you. And then the testing, I just hate it all. I hate all of it. So my hope is that maybe they'll love it enough to not want to go to high school, but I loved high school. Like, honestly, I really, really liked high school a lot. So you'll get to be their moral compass instead of Lord only knows who. Yeah, and I think Landis would do okay regardless, because she has a pretty good head on her shoulders already, just naturally. But, like, you still never know. Like, I don't know. A decision that affected us in high school, we didn't have finals. We had to do presentations on, like, real life stuff, like changing a tire, balancing a checkbook, etc. Loved my school. Where did you go? Because that's where we should send all of our kids. Oh, my school is a rare occasion. We had 6th through 12th all together, but it was the same person. Was not a normal school in the way we were treated as equals. We called our teachers by their first names, and we were involved. Yeah. So we have schools that are very similar, like Waldorf and Montessori, and now we have, like, the California Montessori Project, so we can actually send our kids there for free, which I like any school that breaks away from the norm that we're used to. So anybody who sends their kids to schools like that, I think, are thinking about their children's best interest, and so I like that. But I think that all systems work differently for each kid. So whatever your kid needs, that's best for your kid. For me, like, the Waldorf system would be really good, I think, for little kids. But once you're in the Waldorf system, like, you've got to be in it for life, because if you miss a step in there and you try to go into, like, regular school, then it's going to be hard to transition. But once you get, they have it set up so that you go to high school, normal school, right? Or do they have Waldorf high school?
No, you graduate 8th grade, and then they have, like, a school of arts you can go to that a lot of kids go to.
Right, but some kids can transition to normal high school, and then they're normal.
So some high schools have different things that they focus on. Like, some are more reading and math based, or some are more arts and English based. Like,
right, it kind of goes with what you want to do,
right,
which is
so they
genius.
Have one where it's, like, very artsy, very theater. Like,
yeah,
that's the school you want to be at.
My kids go to a very positive school, and I'm scared that when they go to junior high, it will be the opposite from you can do anything if you try, and you fail, give up. Yeah, I feel like that's where I, like, kind of fell into this weird academic failure system. Like in elementary school, they did a good job of like, if you weren't doing well, they kind of kept it on the low. Like they just didn't really like be like, but you're failing at this and you're failing at that. It wasn't until junior high when you're like, wow, I really suck at all this stuff. And then once you're behind, it's almost impossible to catch up because you have 6 classes. So you're like, okay, I'm behind in math. I'm behind in science. Now I'm behind in this and I'm behind in that. And I have this big project I'm working on. And for me, like, I remember I was failing at all the classes. And then we had this, not failing at all of them. I was failing, like not doing well in a lot. And then we had an Africa project and a South America project where we had to draw the map of it. And I like won 2nd place out of all the school because there was a really good artist at school, but I was an okay artist. But so that was when I realized like, I like learning other ways. I don't like learning out of a textbook. I like learning like drawing a map of something and mapping everything out and coloring it and shading it. And like for a long time, I knew like all the countries in both of those. Now it's faded because I don't keep it, fresh in my mind. But your hair matches your top. Yep, that was my goal. So when I woke up, I was like, my hair only matches like 2 shirts that I own. So that's fun. My oldest is so social and he loves school, but I have a feeling my 2nd child would really like a charter school where there are less kids. Yeah, and the kids are completely different. Like I'm terrified to homeschool Briley because she's so hard to keep focused. Like I have to motivate her to do anything. Like every little thing I have to motivate her. I have to like be in the mood to be a motivational speaker to get her to do anything. Whereas Landis, I could just be like, do you want to go do this? And she'd be like, yeah, let's do it. So hopefully I'll be good at doing that in 2 years when it's Briley's time to be homeschooled. We had our daughter in private, but she was diagnosed with mild autism and public has been great. It's like you said, each kid is different. Yeah, so like sometimes I think autistic kids are able to just like hone in on that sitting still. And if it's a subject they like, they can just like read, and it works for them. But like for kids who have like ADHD and things like that. And I actually, before even having kids, I wrote a paper on it in high school or in college and I had like it was my opinionated paper. It wasn't even a research paper. So like, I still stand behind that thought. Like children with ADHD, like we make them feel like they're less than, whereas I don't know. I feel like kids with ADHD are just made to learn actively. Like they can get out and learn through play a lot more. The school I went to was K through 12. They had no band and no art. And the Spanish teacher didn't even really know Spanish. We only had 32 people in our class at graduation. Wow. That sounds like you were just getting babysat, but was it good? Did you learn a lot? It sounds like you are more of a doer than a follower. Yeah. I did not graduate, but when I went and got my equivalency, it was easy and I graduated in top 5. It took me 4 years. Yes, Jordan. So I was a like F student in high school. And then when I went to college and I was actually paying for it myself and I was actually like taking the time, like I was actually going to classes at night because I'm a night person, not a morning person. And I was picking classes that I wanted to go to. I turned into an A student, like a straight A student. So that was big for me to realize, like, why are we forcing people to do all these things that they're not good at when they can do things that they're really good at and become these amazing human beings and be amazing and all that. So my oldest is the same way. I read that one. What product did you use for the pink? It's so pretty. What product did we use to dye my hair?
Threw it away.
You threw the box away? It's at Sally's Beauty Supply. It's I don't know.
It's really bright.
It's bright. I have the tubes. I took a picture actually. I forgot I did that. It was dun dun dun. I was gonna post it on Instagram. It's the Ion Color Brilliance. Looks like that. Like that. Can you see it? Ion Color Brilliance. Hi, Hunter. Hi. Morning hug. Look at we're half an hour in and you first hug. That's all you needed. Okay, get down. That's enough. No, not really. Basic life skills was it. I did take a robot baby home for a week. Yeah, I think a lot of schools do that. I didn't get to do it. Dustin got to do it. but that didn't teach him much because the baby had a key that you had to put in the back and turn it, and you had to hold it. So the whole goal was like, so that until the baby, so put it in, hold the key. You had to keep it there until the baby stopped crying. But Dustin would turn the key and like tie a string to it and wrap it around the baby's arm and then leave it in the corner. So I was like, oh, he's going to be a great dad one day. Public schools tend to have more resources for kids that have autism, ADD, special needs. Many private schools just don't have the ability to provide what those kids need. Yeah, so that's like, again, you've got to, and that's not to say that like all public schools are horrible. Like we've had a great experience with our elementary school. I've loved it. And actually we did a pretty good job of like, I pulled Briley out for half of a year to homeschool her because she was so far behind in something and I really didn't like her teacher. So it was just like, you know, there's going to be moments when maybe one year is kind of iffy, but other years are better. And then obviously parent involvement is like huge. So I'm big on like, if I really want my kids to learn something, I'm going to teach it to them anyways. I'm not going to rely on my school system to do that for them. So, and that's one thing like I hear. So I wanted to touch on that because that's what someone said, like learning how to change tires. And I saw something on Facebook where it's talking about like people going to adulting schools, like learning how to do all those basic skills, like how to cut a strawberry correctly and things like that. And I get it that like there are kids out there who don't have parents that are like that involved with their lives. But if you are an involved parent, make sure you're teaching your child budgeting skills, how to do all these things before they move or go on with life, because that's on you. Like it's not really a school system fault that they don't know how to do all those things. It's a parenting fault that they don't know how to do all those things. But I do think that schools could be teaching better life skills to these kids who don't have parents who are invested into them. So it's like, where do we figure out what's best for our people? Like not just our kids, these are our future people. Like they need to know how to call and cancel a subscription or do all these things. And it's just like, I don't know. Thank you for loving my hair. I had a hard time in high school and was all A's in college. Yep. Something about college, you're just like, okay, real life now, gotta hurry up and make sure I'm doing good. On my way to sign up for graphic design classes for my certificate. Yay. So yeah, that was something I think we talked about last week or week before that or something was, if you know what you want to do when you're going to college, take the classes that are going to help you get your skills the fastest rather than your general education. Because I think we talked about this, your graphic design skills are going to be more important than your math skills when you get to trying to find a job. Then when you get all the, you know, say you get your certificate and then you find this job that's like, well, we really love you have your degree. And you're like, okay, well then pay for it. Like I have all the skills that I need for this job, but they want you to have a degree, then they can deal with it. Whereas you might find a job that's like, we don't really care if you have your degree. We just really want you to be able to graphic design. That's more likely to happen, honestly. And then building your portfolio and all that. So I loved that baby, but in the same glass, I swallowed a straight pin when we were sewing. Oh, the baby, I don't know what that means. Isn't that home economics? So we don't have home economics anymore in our area. So that's one thing too, is like public schools across the United States or throughout the whole world or however it works are all different. Like just because California's school system might be bad and doesn't mean like another school system might work better. But we don't have home ec anymore. We have like, it's more of like a choice, and it's kind of broken up into like fashion designs. You have like sewing class where you're not going to, I mean, then we had foods where like you could go and learn to cook, but you didn't have a class where it like taught you how to do all of that. Plus women would probably get mad because back when in the day, home economics was only for girls, and realistically like boys should be learning that too. So it's like so like with ours, you could be a boy and take those classes too, but I don't know if they still have it at Del Campo. I don't know. Completely agree. My 15-year-old sister needed my 9-year-old to help her take pizza rolls out of the oven. Yep. So yeah, and I mean, obviously we're not going to cover all the bases as parents. Like we're going to fail our kids sometimes when they call us and they're like, hey, how do I get ink out of a shirt or whatever. You know, I don't know. We can't teach them everything. We can't cover everything. But at the same time, like, those basic things should be taught. My son had an awesome teacher this year. We had probably great friends outside of school. On the other hand, my daughter's teacher thought it was okay to call the kids idiots and stupid. Yep, sometimes you just get those kind of teachers too. And sometimes it helps make your kids learn to, like, deal with difficult people in life. But then there's sometimes when it's, like, too extreme where you're like, no, this is not okay. You know, I've always tried to use it as, like with the year I pulled Briley out of school, our teacher was just not willing to even, like, try to help her. Like, she was just kind of like, your kid kind of sucks at this and she's falling behind. And I was like, well, what can we do to make this better? And she was just like, I don't really know. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to pull her out. I'm going to focus on reading with her. We did that. And now she loves reading. Like, she's higher than a lot of the kids in our class. It's sad how much they're cutting from these programs. We need a life skills course for kids. Yeah, we need a lot. I remember learning to write checks in 6th grade, but, like, now who writes? I mean, we still write checks, but, like, not like we used to. Like, when people used to actually carry a checkbook and have to balance their checkbook, you know.
By the time you're, like, an adult in 6th grade, you forget how to write a check.
Well, you guys do because you're not writing checks all the time.
Right.
I had to write checks a lot as a teenager because, like, I remember babysitting, I'd get paid in checks sometimes.
Right.
Whereas, like, now it's like, well, Venmo you or.
Right.
So it's definitely cooler now. And then they need an adult class to teach us all those things that are coming up that we don't know about too. So Nevada school district is terrible. A good school is rare. Yeah, so when you homeschool, I mean, and I've had people tell me, like, well, you have to be, like, extremely smart to homeschool, or you have to, like, there's just so many different opinions out there about things. And realistically, like, I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like you have to be at a level to teach your kids. I think you can learn with them. Like, I have a brain. I have ability to learn algebra again if I don't remember it. So why not learn it together? And then whatever. Yeah. Huh. That's so frustrating. Huh. We're coming in for another hug? Okay. Good. Hi. 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 So weird. Have a kiss? No. Get down. Go get your ball. Where's your ball? Where's your dad? Your dad's home. He can occupy you today. Obsessed Channel, thanks for being a light for Christ. You're welcome, Brooke. I just ordered my Cricut. Which one did you get? What color? So somebody ordered a Martha Stewart today. I like the Martha Stewart, but I saw it in person, and I'm not a huge pearl fan, but I think it's pretty. Like, I think I could see why other people would love it. Michaelin, her sister, my other niece, just got the black one, the matte black one.
It's so cute.
So cute. It's a Michael exclusive.
It goes with, like, everything.
It's so cute. I was like, man, if there was
gonna get, like, the purple one or whatever, but I was like, get the black one.
No purple.
It goes with whatever
if you have the, like, purple one,
decorate, it goes,
right?
Like,
yeah, black goes with everything,
exactly.
And it's matte black. So cute. I was like, man, if I had an Auntie Tay Cricut, that would be the one. So just consider that one the Auntie Tay Cricut. But it's a Michael's exclusive, so, you know. Why would people buy anything other than the maker? If you're not into fabric, or you're not into, like, cutting wood, or you just want to, you know, like, your niche is vinyl or iron-on, the two, like, I keep my maker at home, honestly, and I use the two at the office a lot. So unless I'm doing a felt or vinyl project, felt or fabric project, I don't use this one as much. But I do plan on doing a lot of fabric projects soon, hopefully, when I get my life in order with fabric. Actually, I'm going to be doing some stuff for the girls' room makeovers with the maker for fabric. So, like, if you are a sewer, you would want the maker. But, yeah, matte black, that one's at Michael's, if it's not sold out everywhere. The Blue Explorer Air 2 Everything Bundle. Is that the one the Blue Everything Bundle? Oh, that's what you got. That's what you got. I asked you what color you got. Ooh, exciting. So I have the 2 in the mint color. It's still one of my favorite colors that they have. And then my expression, or not, I don't have an expression. The Explore Air is the white and gold one, which used to be Joann's exclusive, and now they sell it online. So I'm guessing the matte black will soon become available online because that's what they do. They just kind of like, they make it exclusive and then for a while, and then eventually they like bring it into their stock house online. I became a sewer because of the maker. Yeah, because it saves you so much time. I don't have, even though this is literally sitting on a sewing machine, there's literally a sewing machine under that maker, and I have a sewing machine at the office and a serger that I've never used. That just says how much I need to start sewing. I don't know. I have 3 sewing. I don't know if these sewing machines work though. This is like a desk I found on Craigslist, and then this one is a vintage. My dad found it for Christmas and gave it to me, and it's like an old Singer sewing machine that just looks really cool. I don't think it's got a foot pedal, like a rolly pedal, like the ones they use like without electricity. So that's cool. I hadn't sewed in 30 years since I had 2 for junior high. Now I love it. That's exciting. What do you make out of the most with your maker? Like, what is your thing? Something that we're working on actually right now with Hometown Collective is they're working on converting things into patterns for our patrons soon. So we are hoping to get more patterns for you guys so that you guys can literally make projects like without even thinking. You just import it into Cricut Design Space and then you have a cutting pattern, sewing pattern, but we're still learning how to do that. It's actually something that like nobody does right now. There's nobody out there that sells Cricut Design Space patterns. So otherwise I would have already reached out and been like, hey, you want to work with us? But we're working on doing it. And I'm working on learning how to do it. So I'll try to do a tutorial on how to convert patterns into SVGs, because I don't think it would be that hard, but I've tried and it's a little bit, it's a bigger process than I thought it was going to be. How do you get started with crafting YouTube, and how do you get viewers? So if you're serious about it, there are channels out there that are dedicated to helping you learn how to do everything YouTube. I follow video creators and video influencers religiously, even though some, like I know a lot of the stuff that they teach on, I still follow them and make sure that I watch everything that they post, because it's really, they keep up with like everything that you need to know. And the crafting part is just yourself. Like if you're a good crafter, then become a crafter on YouTube. So they'll cover everything from like where to start with like video footage, like video technology, all the way up to like editing, and then like when you're ready to like hire people to help you and things like that. So they go from like beginner to serious YouTuber. So yes, if you want to do a YouTube channel, that's where I would suggest starting, and then researching like crazy, like watching people and seeing how well they do and stuff. I probably monitored YouTube for like 5 years before I actually decided to jump in. Like, this is what I'm focusing on, is YouTube. So, but there's enough of us who have done it that we can promise you it's a successful journey. Like, you do it, you put the time in, you stay consistent, it will work. It's not like, oh, I hope I get lucky. And I was actually going to do a video on how to become successful on YouTube without going viral, because a lot of people think I have to get on YouTube, I have to make an amazing video, it has to go viral, and I have to get lucky, and then I'll become successful. And it's not like that. YouTube is like a lot of work, a lot of consistency, a lot of you, like make sure you're being true to you, and it'll work. So how do you get paid from YouTube? So there's lots of ways to get paid through YouTube. Most people know about AdSense. Like, that's the number one thing that everyone hears about. And then now people are getting scared, because to start your YouTube channel, you have to have a certain amount of views and a certain amount of subscribers and all that. And they think, okay, well, I don't even want to do it because it's going to take me forever just to get to the point where I can make money. But realistically, like if you're under 1,000 subscribers, you're probably only making like maybe $5 a month on AdSense. So AdSense is actually just kind of like one of those little perks to YouTube. But when you get to a point, AdSense can become a full-time income. It takes a very long time, and at my level, I'm not sure AdSense would even be sustainable for me. Like it's not a great income until you're like big. So, but with that, you're able to work with brands. You're able to get affiliate links so that you can sell people's products and get commission for it. So there's lots of ways, and both those channels go into like tons of different ways, like whether it's like writing a book and promoting it through YouTube, whether it's you have like a side business and you just use YouTube as a side stream to promote that business. There's so many different ways, whether it's editing for big YouTubers or making some like graphic design for other YouTubers. There are so many ways that you can make money with YouTube, not necessarily having to even make videos. So there's lots of stuff. I heard it's only with the ads. Is that correct? No. So I kind of just touched on that. Yes, YouTube only pays you for the ads that are on your videos. That doesn't mean that's the only way to make money on YouTube. So many different ways to make money on YouTube. I could make an updated video on it, but I would actually recommend you to go to those channels because that's what they do, and that's like their biggest thing that they do. In the process of watching all your videos, I love your projects. I'm getting my Cricut soon. My sister is getting married in December, so planning to make stuff for that. That's exciting. So where do you live that you can have a wedding in December and hope that it's going to have good weather? Because I don't know if I get married in December here. Do you live in a sunny area? Going to Disney this September, and I'm determined to make shirts and Mickey ears. Yeah, so if you're in our Facebook group, which Facebook group? Is it our Disney Facebook group with the family that has like family goals?
I think so.
So, oh my gosh, there's this family on our Facebook group that she made a shirt for every single day for like 10 different people and matching ears. Like every single day they had like their whole family was in like Peter Pan theme, or like it was just really cute. It was so many goals. Like I love it. So you're welcome. What? Goals. Hashtag goals. How do you get links to, how do you add links to get paid for sharing? So there are affiliate websites out there. There are like cj.com, which is commissionjunction.com. There's Share a Sale. There's a few other ones. So the way you can find these websites that are these middlemen affiliate companies is like if you go to a website, like this is how I found out actually. I was on joannes.com, and at the bottom there's like a little spot that says like become an affiliate, and it took me to commissionjunction.com, and they are through Commission Junction, but you have to get approved to become an affiliate for a lot of those bigger companies. There are some smaller companies that are just willing to let anybody be an affiliate. So if you have a blog, or you have, this is where I actually found it when I was I was doing more blogging stuff. You can get little ads from their website, and then if anyone clicks through those ads on your blog, then you get commission for whatever they buy. Amazon has a program too that you can do it. And then once you become a bigger influencer, Amazon allows you to have a store like the one that I have, and I put all my products in, and it makes it so easy so that I can just like let you guys know all the products I use in a video. I just say they're in my Amazon store. Like it's the easiest thing on earth right now for that. But lots of little websites. But like I said, you want to be true to what you're actually using. You want to be true to like products that you're actually endorsing, rather than just being like, I like this product and this product and this product. And it's like baby diapers and like makeup and then like tools. You know, you want to stay consistent with your actual niche. That way it's more probable that somebody will click on it. Whereas like if it's like a tools ad, you know, what are the odds that somebody who needs, unless I'm using a tool for a DIY, that's different. But like baby diapers, like I don't anticipate having a lot of people on my blog purposefully to find baby products. So like baby diaper ads aren't good on my blog. And then it takes away the integrity of whatever you're doing. So does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So is it AdSense? Not sure of spelling, that pays you, or does YouTube itself pay you? So AdSense is owned by Google. YouTube is owned by Google. So they use AdSense to pay you. So it's YouTube that makes the choice of how many ads go on your videos and all that. And then AdSense is the avenue that you actually get paid through. So it's a Google product. YouTube is a Google product. AdSense is a Google product. You get paid through AdSense. So, but YouTube makes that choice. But then it's nice because with AdSense, you can get, like, I have links on my blog and I have links on my YouTube, and they both go to AdSense. So it's just like one payment from AdSense every month. So how many followers do you need to have an Amazon store, for example, rough estimate, please? I don't know. I know they sent me an invitation when I was at like 50,000 subscribers, but I think you can get a store before then. So I think you can reach out and do it. If someone wanted to do a crafting channel, but also something non-related to it, would you suggest do that each day of the week? Each day of the week have a theme? I've found good success in having each day of the week have a theme, because like Walt Disney Wednesdays, people know, like, even if they're not Cricketers, they can come and they're like, okay, at least I can see a Disney video on Wednesdays. Or if they're just Cricketers and they could care less about Disney, they're like, I'm going to ignore her videos on Wednesday. I know that's always going to be a Walt Disney Wednesday. So, and then we have Financial Fridays, which are really inconsistent, but at least the people who are there just for Financial Fridays know, like, hey, it's Friday and I'm really interested in this video. So yes, I would say don't make another channel, because every channel is so hard to grow. Keep it all on one channel. And then I've seen channels change their niche like completely. So it's never a big deal. It's just kind of like, I changed my niche completely, 4 years ago when I decided to go towards crafting. And once you have a direction you're going, it doesn't really matter. Like, but I would definitely maybe like put a schedule up for people if you have completely different things. And then I always try to kind of integrate them a little bit. So like I want to do vlogging, but I don't want to do vlogging. So I'm doing DIY vlogging on Saturdays, like the Saturday project videos, which will be like once a month or however many times I can get that up a month. Christmas Day is going to be Universal and Disney. Any food free for Universal? I've never been to Universal. I want to go to Universal. Anna just went to Universal.
It was so fun.
Was it fun?
Yeah, but they're just not Disney.
They're not Disneyland. So
like, they don't have the magic element, which
right.
is really weird. Like, you walk in and you expect like the employees to just be, and like when you're in Harry Potter land, they do have some people like walking around like the people in the movie, but like they don't have the characters because they're not. It's a real movie.
Yeah.
So they don't have the characters walking around, but they also like their employees just don't have like the standard of the Disney employees, where they're just like, I don't know how to explain it, but you can feel it. Like when you walk in, you think it's going to be like Disneyland, and it's just not. And
right.
You're just like, what is this? But it's still really fun. Like all the movies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I love Disneyland. So it's hard.
Someone said it's good to have a backup channel because people are getting their channels removed these days, especially for the more edgy content. Well, they're not necessarily getting removed unless you're actually doing something horrible on YouTube. Their AdSense is getting removed. But like I said, AdSense is probably the smallest revenue making stream out of all the ways that you can make money on YouTube. So people who get deterred because AdSense, like, there are people making money on Facebook, and Facebook doesn't give you any money to post videos. So it's just like, it's just a platform for you to post videos, and you choose your platform, and YouTube's the best because they choose to allow you to make a little bit of money off their ads. You'll notice I don't ever post a lot of videos on Facebook because I don't like the fact that they put ads on everything and they don't give their creators anything. Not that they're entitled to, but I just don't enjoy watching people's videos that are 2 minutes long that have 4 ads in the middle of it. So, like, I was literally watching a video yesterday that was like so serious, and it was literally like, dun, dun, hi, I'm blah, 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 from blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, wait, what? What is this? So I just, yeah. What were you doing for years ago? It's funny how we change our minds as we grow. Yeah, so when I first started YouTube, I was just like, I was doing photography as my main source of income, And I was just kind of like dabbling on YouTube and posting family videos and opinionated videos and random stuff. And it wasn't until I was like, I need to pick a direction and go with it. And then I was more excited about it. So, not food fonts of images. Who was the voice from Beyond? What? Disney employees are trained to say it's a magical day, or have a magical day instead of saying thank you. They're just trying to be more into the magic. Yeah, so I add moderator. Let's see. Okay, if I added you as moderator, you guys can delete people. Just FYI. Remove. So, yes, Disney has the element of magic covered. So like everything from the smells to the music to the garbage that gets picked up instantly after you drop it on the ground, from the characters not being allowed to wear clothing from one world in another world. They just cover every single basis. Yeah. So because I accidentally, okay. Moderator. Okay. So like that psycho girl that she got pissed off that YouTube wasn't paying her anymore because she was doing crazy videos. Yeah, and so that's the thing I like to remind people when they start to complain about their AdSense getting removed is like, we are honestly not in control of it at all, and we should just be thankful that there's a platform that is willing to let us be on it and get paid for it, because you're not getting paid for Instagram videos, you're not getting paid for Facebook, you don't get paid for Snapchat or Pinterest, you don't get paid for any of the stuff. So like, at least abide by the rules that they set if you want to get the money that they want to give you. So, hey, Rhino Ram Goose. Hi, Alex. So speaking of high school friends, that's actually a high school friend who's on here. Okay, music, chick, art. I'm turning you into a moderator right now. Thank you. Delete the peeps, okay? Okay. I'm French to 15-year-old. I don't know what that means. Okay, so, yeah. I don't know what else to talk about anymore because the comments stopped. So, time to take my husband to the airport. It's Patricia. Patricia was the one who said hi to you earlier. Patricia! No, I just say what you say. Okay, I gotta go. We'll hang out next Tuesday or do some crafties. Tuesday. So, you excited? You leaving?
Excited.
Okay, gotta take Dustin to the airport. Say bye, Dustin. Bye. Okay, and what else is going on this week? Next week will be the restock of the mystery box that will come out.
I'm Facebook groups and patrons get early access.
Patron. What was that shameless plug over there?
Join the Facebook group, Tay's Cricut patrons or Tay's Disney patrons, and they get early access. Not if you're in the Facebook group. If you're a patron, you get early access and a free shipping code. So do it.
Be a patron if you want early access and lots of other fun perks. But if not, you'll get access as soon as it goes live on Facebook next week. It won't be on Tuesday, though. I won't be announcing it on Tuesday unless for some reason. No, it won't be on Tuesday. It'll be one of the other days.
No, it won't.
It won't be on
Tuesday. No, until it happens.
I know, but they might think, oh, she's going to go live on Tuesday, so obviously that's when it's going to be launched.
Become a patron. I'm so good at segues.
Have a safe trip, Dustin. I love for USA and you're here. Have a wonderful day. Okay, it's time to go. Thursday we might be live. Can't promise you. We got a lot to do this week. We got boxes to prep back up. We're actually doing a fun professional shoot tomorrow for fun. So I'm balancing on my channel really not professional like today and really professional. So I'm trying to balance that out by like being here with you guys talking, and then we're going to do some fun videos hopefully soon. So I'm happy you made it to our live video too. And you did not miss it, Justin. Welcome. How many images are available for patrons? How many images are available for patrons? Thousands. thousands, and we have Hometown Collective working on 30 new ones a month for you guys. And
then there's already basic ones to use, and then we switch out and we give you seasonal ones that you can use that you don't always need.
Yeah.
But they're there for you for the next coming holiday.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
And then when Christmas comes around, we add like a bunch of extra ones.
Yeah, and we're always adding new perks. Like we just added the mystery box preview, pre-launch shipping, free shipping. We're working on patterns for our crazy creators. We're working on more printables and stuff. Oh, and this is an announcement that YouTube might not like, but I just have to do it. I'm no longer going to be doing design space tutorials on YouTube at all.
They'll be on Patreon.
They're all going to be for the patrons from now on. So if you like those, they're going to be for patrons only. I'm sorry, but it's just how I have to balance my life sometimes. And those are really fun and easy for me to shoot for the patrons. But I don't want to clutter up my YouTube channel because I have big things for YouTube coming soon, hopefully. So I always say hopefully at the end because I never know if it's going to work out. So all right, bye, guys. I love you. Talk to you next week. We hit an hour and 25 minutes, 25 seconds. Bye, guys.